Angeles. Hope you're all doing great out there. And today I wanted to bring a video talking about cryptocurrency and four small cap gems that are safe to invest in, that you or will be confident in, that will 10x or 5x, or go up about substantial amounts, where you will be confident and not worry about your investment. So I wanted to go ahead and share four of those small cap gems with you. And so the first one that I want to talk about is wait wait a minute. First of all, let me go ahead and say what small cap gems are for to me. So small cap gems to me are pretty much cryptocurrencies that have a market capital below like $3 million. Anything below like $3 million, to me, I would consider it a small cap gem. So the next thing I want to emphasize is that whenever I talk about these coins and these tokens, I want to also share the fact that I always tend to ensure that most of the supply is in circulation, so that make sure, because they can always raise the supply so much, and the token price in which you invest in doesn't go higher. But depending on what the market cap is, and approximately how many tokens they would have, um even then, you have to be careful, because you always want to make sure that most of the circulation is always out there. So let's go ahead and jump in. The first token that I believe is gonna do very well, especially in the short term, and that token is Serum ecosystem token. And what that pretty much is it's pretty much part of the project Serum. And it has a lot of backing from FTX, Serum, Bonfida. And what Bonfida actually is thing. It's pretty much a layer that goes on top of the Serum deck. So it's pretty much a skin, but it's works a little bit differently. It's more than a skin, obviously, but it's something similar to that. But yeah, SECO, SECO, Serum ecosystem token, right now is sitting at $5.06. It's only listed on FTX and on Serum Dex, and there's only 127,000 in circulation. And whenever we see all these yearn finance tokens everywhere, that have a total supply of about 20,000 or 30,000, their price is usually from like $20 to $30. And for this thing, to be about $127,000 supply, and for it to only be $5, I would definitely think that this thing is gonna have a market cap of about 35-40 million dollars, which would put the price of this thing at about $400 to $500. So 400 to 500 divided by, what is it, 506 right now. I wonder what the math is. Let's go ahead and do it. So let's see how many X that would be for SECO that we would likely get if we were to invest in right now. So let's say $500 a token divided by 5.06 is 98. So we would 98x our investment from today's date, which is March the 9th, 2021. So March the 9th, 2021, SECO, Serum ecosystem token, is going for $5.06. And I here today on Fights and Finance, I'm calling and saying that this thing is going to be sitting at about $500 within the next couple months, if not the beginning of next year. So and that's a 98x, guys, 98x. So think about that. So the market cap of this thing right now is probably around 230 to about $450,000. So not even $500,000 is what the market cap of SECO is right now. And it's backed by Project Serum, Bonfida, and you're telling me this thing isn't gonna go to the 50-60 million dollar range, which would put the price of this thing to about 300-400 dollars. So yeah, that's absolutely crazy. But let's go ahead and do the math there. So if we were to do $60 million, let's say, for example, let's see, one, two, three. Let me see if I got that right. I believe I did. Yeah, 60 million divided by, let's see here, divided by, hang on, why isn't it working? 1 second, guys. If you guys want to do the math for me real quick, 60 million divided by, I'm gonna say 450,000. 450, 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be 133. So wow, that's even more than the 98x I said. So if that thing goes to $60 million market cap from what it is right now, that would be 133x. So if we did 133x multiplied by whatever, then yeah, that's what you would have by the beginning of next year is what I'm calling it. That's my call for SECO, Serum Ecosystem Token. So that's my call, guys, for SECO. So let me go ahead and move on to the next token that I believe is also a very safe investment that is going to go up, more than 10x, right? So that's what everyone wants to aim for. By the way, Chromia is doing really well today. I called out Chromia and said that it would go up a lot. And that's exactly what it's doing right now. So, let's go ahead and do the next token I wanted to talk about, and that one is Spacechain. So, guys, Spacechain is actually now available on 1inch and on Balancer as well, and that's their version 2 because they had a transition and the migration to a new contract address. So that is now available. And that can be found on HitBTC as well, and um Bitrex, and also BitEEU. So that's where the version 2 of SPC can be found, and I would recommend on getting those exchanges I just mentioned. So yeah, guys, the market cap of Spacechain right now is $13.5 million. It's sitting at about 4 cents. The circulation supply is 344,000 out of 428, so most of it is in circulation, which is a very good thing. And also, their product is a hardware which is literally sitting and operating on the International Space Station. So for these guys to have such a type of connection to, uh, you know, pretty much export their product to, where it is today in the world is, absolutely an astonishing success. So that's really amazing, and that's a very big safety factor whenever it comes to making these investments, guys. And considering the fundamental factors, that's one of them. And the fact that they have their product operating on the ISS, the International Space Station, is truly a unique accomplishment. So very, very happy to hear that what I invested in is involved with such success. So that's really good. And yeah, we're continuing to see these guys evolving more, and that's really good. So we're gonna wait and see how much further they take themselves, because their market cap is at $13.5 billion. 13.5 billion. That would be nice. It's at $13.5 million right now, but I am saying that this is easily a $1 billion chain, and see this thing at $1 billion in the next 5 years. So let's go ahead and do the math and see how many X that would be. So let's do 1 billion, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, divided by 13.5 million, 13.5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That would be a 74x. 74x. It's not bad, 74x. It's not bad. So 74x times whatever you invest in from today being March the 9th, 2021. So that's exactly what Spacechain would do to your investments from today's date, in my opinion. And guys, I'm not a financial advisor, but obviously, this is what my opinion is, and this what I'm sharing with you guys. So let me know what you guys think about my call outs to what market cap these tokens would be sitting at. So share me your ideas and opinions as to what you think they'll be sitting at in the next 5 years, next 5 years at their highest peak. So yeah, that's what I think what Spacechain will do, and yeah, and simply for the reasons I mentioned. So yeah, and just a couple days ago, actually, guys, like a week ago or a week and a half ago, is whenever they released their balancer and 1 inch listings for their V2 version 2 ERC20 token. So now that is available for the dexes as well. So that's really good. Next, I wanted to talk about the third token that I think is gonna do really well, especially in the short term. And that one is UpBots. It goes by the ticker symbol of UBXT, and that can also be found on CoinMarketCap, just as the previous two can. And that one is right now sitting at nearly 2 cents, and to me, the market cap of this thing is probably at $1.5 million, and the circulation supply approximately is probably at 100 million, or I would say to maybe 45 million to 100 million. So I would say more than a tenth, I would say. So that's pretty good, and it's currently listed on KuCoin, FTX, Uniswap, SushiSwap, and Serum Dex. And I think this is also gonna be something really big because they are connected with Kraken, and if this thing happens to list on Kraken, I tell you, it will easily boost to a $50 million market cap, and a $50 million market cap divided by a $1.5 million market cap, which is what I pretty much measured to what it is right now. So let's go ahead and do the math right there really quickly, and let me make sure I got 50 million here correctly. Yes, I did. 50 million divided by 1.5 is 33, so that would be a 33x. And I think we'll actually have that actually by the end of this year. So I'm calling that by the end of this year, guys. So, that's what I say. UpBots is gonna do. If we go to their website, we'll actually see that I think there's some type of a trading bot. I'm not exactly sure what they are, but they're like a trading ecosystem. So they're, I think they're like again, they're like what do you call it? I think it's like a manual trading algorithm that's pretty much an interface that allows you to log into different exchanges with it, and use certain advantages that UpBots platform has. So it seems like a pretty good thing. It says you can trade UpBots on FTX, Binance, on Wobi, on Bybit, Kraken, OKX. That's pretty. I believe that these guys have to have those connections to be able to trade on those exchanges. So should they list on those exchanges in the future, I think these guys are easily gonna be having a market capital of over $100 million within the next I don't want to say next couple months. I'm gonna say end of the year. So, that's my call for UpBots as of now. So, and the $100 million market cap would actually be a 66x from what it is right now. So, the 33x is actually from $50 million market cap. And how did I get the fact that they can be approximately at a $1.5 million market cap? Well, what I usually do in these situations, whenever it's not shown, we currently see the total supply, which is 500 million. So, for this thing to be sitting at 2 cents, what I do is I compare it to other cryptocurrencies that have a similar market capital. or no, or not a market cap, or a similar, what do you call it? A similar supply rate. And what I usually compare this one to is like I would say like nebulas is something we can do. So if we do nebulas, NAS, this thing right now is sitting at 68 cents, right? 68 cents, guys. And its circulating supply is 58 million. So I'm gonna say, give or take, that the circulating supply is what is it? So I'm gonna say, give or take, the circulating supply of UpBots is 58 million too. And this is, and when I say 58 million, I'm saying it in favor of the price being the most. So the more there is, the better it is. The more there is, the better it is, honestly. So yeah, so that's really good. So for that thing to be at 2 cents right now, we can do a 68 divided by 2, and what would that be? 34. So yeah, pretty much. And this thing, and the market cap of this thing is $39 million, guys. So I was saying $50 million. So yeah, exactly. So that's pretty close of prediction, or thing. What do you call it? Of a thing. What do you call it? Yeah, of a prediction. So give or take, it's about there. So if this thing, if UpBots hits about $40 million, this thing, it'll be about 68 cents. So 68 cents, 34x from what it is right now, and that's at 40 million. This thing can easily be $100 million, especially if it's listed on Kraken and OKX, which is not right now. So keep that in mind, guys. Next, what I want to talk about, which is gonna be the fourth token, which is also, in my opinion, very safe to list on. And when I say safe, guys, throughout all of these, know that it's listed on reputable exchanges, so exchanges that are safe, guys. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is Alaya. And Alaya is something that is, I think, connected with Platon, which is another big network. Oh, look at that! It's up 18% right now, which is another big network that's gonna be released very soon. So the volume of this thing is 260,000 dollars. So give or take, this thing is, I mean, I can't see the circulating supply or the max supply. So just judging by the volume it's had, I'm gonna say that the market cap of this thing is probably less than $2 million, because it's had a volume. So it's had a volume of about 250,000 dollars, which is what it is right now, all the way to a low of about, let's see, what is that, 72,000. I saw 44 there. Let's see, or no, I'd say 360,000 was actually the most, but let's see, 79,000, 200,000. So something that usually has a volume of about 100,000, 67,000, something less than $300,000 on average, is probably gonna be having a market cap of less than 500,000. And if this thing can go about 25, 30x, that's really good too. So, and just quickly to give the reason as to why I believe Alaya is a safe investment, is because they're actually on hashcork.io, and everything that's listed on hashcork for mining literally has a market cap of over $1 billion, guys. And for this thing to be listed there, and for this thing to be released on December 20th, 2020, and for it to slowly be going up, which is at its pretty much at its highest point right now, is uh very promising. So look into it, let me know what you guys think. And this one, I don't know if I mentioned it again, the name is Alaya, Alaya. The ticker symbol is ATP, and they can also be found on CoinMarketCap. So drop those comments, guys. Let me know what you guys think about these four that I mentioned. I assure you guys, believe me, I think, in my opinion, that it's very promising, and it's my opinion. But again, really quickly to mention the four, it's SECO, Serum Ecosystem Token, Spacechain, SPC, UBXT, UpBots, and Alaya, ATP. So drop those comments, guys. Subscribe. Let me know if you guys like it. Remember, if you invest in it, come back to this come back here and thank me for telling you about these investments, because these are gonna moon to the moon, from Mars to the moon to literal to of Saturn. So there you guys go. Drop those comments, like the video, guys. Please subscribe and be safe out there, guys. 2021 is looking pretty good so far. So it's looking cool. It's looking cool. So I'm gonna be making another UFC video soon enough, man. Hey, if you guys thought that Aljamain Sterling celebrating with that fake victory, being a fake champ there was, some BS, let me know what you guys thought about that too. So I'll catch you guys later, man. Peace.